We are on in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello and welcome to the Tel Talks Talk Show. It is WIGS night. Thanks to you lovely guys. You have voted for WIGS tonight. And this wig, it's definitely a wig, ain't it? I mean, you can tell it's my real hair. So tonight on the show, guys, we've got Dino Joe. Ryan Milky, of course, has lost his Wi-Fi again. So there's going to be no Ryan Milky tonight. So, yeah, it's going to be just me and Joe. Hopefully, we can give you guys a good stream. Tonight on the show, I will go through the schedule. Let's bring on Joe. So I've told Joe to hide his camera because I wanted to see my reaction to his wig firsthand live on stream. So Joe's hid his camera. How you doing, mate? Thank you for coming on.
I'm lovely, mate. How are you?
Might be on mute. I'm all right. I mean, I underestimated the wig. It's irritating me already. It's been
I need some hair clips, I think.
Yeah, I was going to get a bandana or something, but this is worse than the mask, I think, mate. I'm struggling already.
Yeah, I genuinely think it is. At least with a mask, I could have a sip of my drink underneath it, and this is falling all over the place.
Yeah. So let's see who's in the stream tonight. We've got Harry Pops. Harry, welcome to the stream, mate. Massive shout out to you for finding Wi-Fi in your hotel. We've got Corey. Good to see you back here, Corey. We've got Meg. Thank you for this lovely suggestion, Meg. You're really helping us out tonight. Harry Pop says no Milky. Yeah, Milky did do a little Instagram post earlier saying he's got no Wi-Fi in his area. He lives in the middle of nowhere, so these things do happen from time to time. Anyway, let's see what you look like in Joe. I've had a glimpse of it for the other day. Wow. I forgot about the beard.
I can't tell if it's looking very Targaryen or very Lucius Malfoy.
I can't tell either. At least we've gone for a bit of variety tonight. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know what I'd rather prefer, your wig or my wig tonight. Yours looks more comfortable.
I don't think it is, mate. It's itchy.
There we go. We've got Joe Targaryen, but there you go. Some cosplay ideas. So me and Joe have both got a beard tonight to help us get through the weeks. So anyway, we hope to get a lot of you engaged in the chat tonight. So thanks everyone that does join in. Anything you want to fire away, we will try to get to you. Wayne in the chat
definitely likes our hair.
That's what it reminds me of.
Wayne.
I think you remind me of White. We've got Leroy in here as well. Thanks for coming on, Leroy. Anything you want to add, guys, do fire away and we'll try and get to it. So yeah, let's go through tonight's schedule then, guys. So we're going to catch up with Joe, which we've sort of done. Or Josephine. Tonight you can be Josephine, yeah?
Oh, no.
We're going to talk about sex education with no spoilers. Daryl Dixon and Ahsoka, we're going to talk about the latest episodes there. There will be some spoiler talk there, so we will warn you before we talk Daryl Dixon and Ahsoka. Wayne says, how much? Joe? How much? We'll DM you. We'll DM you, Wayne, all right? We've got some funny
PayPal. Drop a PayPal in the chat.
We've got some funny games. We've got some good funny games tonight. We're going to go over some Comic-Con announcements. We've been chatting a lot about Comic-Con in the past week, and especially with these for Love of Sci-Fi announcements, the Comic-Cons have been blowing up lately. I don't know how I'm going to afford some of these guests. I'm going to have to miss out on some really big guests, which is unfortunate. Then it's over to you guys for next week's theme. I mean, I don't know where it goes from masks and wigs, so I don't know where it's going to go. No, we're not doing dresses, okay? Dresses is a massive photo. Yeah, then the stream is open to the chat for you guys. So I'll just go over the chat one more time. Joe, did you get in House of the Dragon season 2? And Wayne says it's not Dino Joe tonight. I didn't see that one this time. No, it was something else.
Oh, didn't see that. Oh no.
Yeah, Wayne's gonna slide in the DM. So yeah, have a look at that after the stream, mate. So let's get straight into them, guys. Sex education. Joe, if you give a little explanation about why you're quite close to sex education, I'm just gonna let my dog out the door. So I'll leave it to you for a second, mate.
You do what? Sorry, it cut out.
I said, if you just give people an explanation why you know about sex ed, I'm just letting my dog out.
Yeah. So, sex education is filmed, or most of the scenes are filmed not far from where I live. So, all of Otis's house is all filmed in the Wye Valley in a place called Simonjat. The woods around Landogo in the Wye Valley and all the shops are filmed for a lot of season 1 and 2. A school in Killeen, which isn't far from the ICC actually, where Wales Comic Con was, just behind it, is the school used. Most of it is filmed in either. Well, it's funny enough actually. It's filmed on the Wye Valley, so one side of the river's Wales and the other side of the river's England. So it's filmed between Wales and England on the river. So yeah, it's quite cool, and it's really discreet here. You wouldn't know that it's been filmed. I was looking at locations earlier, and there's some of it that's filmed near my in-laws. So yeah, quite surprising, really. Very subtly filmed.
I do apologize, mate. My slides have gone missing, so I don't know what's happened to my slides there. Give me a second.
They're blushing, looking at us.
I don't know what's going on there. If you have to bear with me 2 seconds, guys. Well, why is this loading then? Yeah, Joe. So, I've not really spoke to you about how much of a sex education fan you are. Are you a big fan of it, or you just watch it because it's local to you?
I didn't watch the first 2 seasons until season 3 came out, and then I was just looking for a new series to watch. Watch series 3 before 1 and 2.
What?
And really enjoyed it. Just really enjoyed it because it was just on my recommended on Netflix, and then went back and watched the first 2, and then I've watched 3 of this season this evening. And yeah.
Oh, what you've watched some of the latest one already?
Yeah, I've watched 3 since I got in.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. What's happened with my slides? My slides are on my MacBook, and my MacBook's died. So I'm just transferring the slides over to my Mac. And then, yeah, it's loading. It's going to be like 30 seconds time. So what's your initial impression then of season 4? Obviously, I've not started it yet, so don't spoil it for me.
Yeah, it's good. It is good. I like how every season's like familiar, but different. It is quite different to season 3.
Yeah. Corey says he'd love to visit some of them places. Is anything like quite, not luxurious, but something that's like really cool to see? Anything, or is it all just looks very, standard?
They're all in like little villages and stuff. I mean, like the area and the Wye Valley is just really picturesque anyway. But where his house is at a place called Simonjat, which is really, really nice. It's like this tiny little, not even a village. It's like a row of pubs and hotels and shops on the river, and the house that the house they use actually an Airbnb or Airbnb, so you can actually stay there.
Really? All right.
Yeah. It's a B&B. I remember when season 3 came out, there was a clip that was going around TikTok, and it was there was a girl that was staying there and said, "I'm watching Sex Education, and I've just realised where I am." And she sat on the balcony, looking over the valley.
Sorry, I think I've got mine on back to front here. This is absolutely killing me. Yeah, I was going to do an Eddie Munson cosplay, but I don't think I could do it, mate. I don't think I could do it.
Need some clips. Good wig though. It's a good wig.
I was struggling. I was trying to brush it for my cosplay, but for the cosplay, I might do in a couple of weeks. But it's not a wig. You can't really brush wigs. I don't think. Don't work.
No, especially when you pay £1 for them in Poundland like me.
Does a job.
Apart.
Yours is straightened. At least yours is straightened. So I'm going to move on to the next slide, just because you probably know this now. So there's a few characters that aren't in season 4. So we've got one of the teachers. She's not in it. What did you make of the teacher?
She was all right. She's just a bit of a side character, wasn't she? But yeah, she was okay. Once you watch the first 15 minutes or so, you'll understand why.
Oh, okay.
They're not anyway. So,
right,
even the trailer. Have you watched the trailers?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've gone to college. So it's a different place, different school.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so teacher-wise, it's quite easy to get rid of people.
Okay,
to be honest, actually, in the trailer, it kind of almost explains why I'd say 3 of these aren't in it, but I won't say it in case you're not reminded of it. But
yeah, no, I'm not 100%, but I am in a way glad that Ola isn't returning. I did find it quite jarring. I think season 3 she was a lot better, but I think she had less of a part. Season 2, I weren't really a fan, and obviously she got a lot of the Jaden Sancho comparisons, didn't she?
Yeah. I find that whole arc with her dad. I just find all that. I found it quite boring. It was quite depressive. I thought that whole little arc with them and the baby.
Oh yeah. Where would you rank Sex Education along with Skins? Did you grow up with Skins, or did you watch Skins?
Skins was filmed down the road from where I grew up. Filmed in Bristol.
Oh, so it's literally
when I was growing up, Skins came out. I think when I was start of secondary school sort of time, maybe.
Yeah.
And it got a lot of it got filmed in and around where we lived, so it was really big where we lived. But I think I prefer Sex Education to Skins, probably just because I was older watching it.
Yeah.
But it's something I'm planning to rewatch, actually, Skins, just for nostalgia.
The reason I ask is with Skins, you have them character episodes, didn't you? Where you'd have a whole episode based around one character. And that's what I felt with Ola, and I'm going to say her name's Tanya. I'm not sure if that's her character name or her actual name, the alien girl. But I felt like they could have had their story done in one episode, and that would have been it. But the fact they've managed to drag it on for 2 seasons is long enough. I didn't see how they were going to carry on for a full season. And then the Indian lady, I can't remember her name. I think it said Simona, but I could be wrong.
I remember.
Again, she didn't really have much of a storyline apart from her boyfriend was 15.
That
was it. But Corey agrees they dragged on that story so much. But I can't remember if it's Corey or Harry. One of you guys have binge watched all of Sex Ed already, so I don't want to go on too much about it because you guys know how it ends. So anything else you want to add on Sex Ed, mate?
No, not really. Just looking forward to watching the rest of it. It's one of those series that I'm glad it's all come out in one go, because it's easy to binge. If it came out weekly, I think people moan about it a lot if it came out weekly, because there's, as you say, there's episodes that are they're just there, aren't they? Or they go over random storylines. If it come out and you'd waited a week to watch that, you'd go, oh, that was crap.
Yeah.
But when you're binging 40-minute episodes, it's easy, isn't it, just to skip through. All molds into one.
100%. I've done the 3 seasons in 8 days, maybe less. It's just so much more enjoyable, isn't it? It's like you get to control when you want to watch it. So, but I can't wait to watch it. I don't think I'm even going to watch it this week. I think I want to watch it one sitting as well. So. And my next day off is Sunday, but it's Arsenal Tottenham Sunday. If Tottenham lose the North London derby, then I'm just going to go home, just watch Sex Education, and turn my phone off. That's the best thing. That's my best therapy. So it's Corey. It is Corey that has watched all the Sex Ed. So I think Corey said it gets a bit emotion, which I expect. Definitely Corey, since I was thinking that. I'm not sure if Harry has watched Sex Ed. So let's move on then, guys. So Daryl Dixon. Again, you watched Daryl Dixon first, didn't you?
Yeah.
You watched episode 2 before me. What was your thoughts? So this one will be spoiler free, guys. Although there isn't actually much to say spoiler wise. But what did you think of it?
Bit of filler, really. Just a stepping stone in the story. A little bit of character building. I like the flashback scenes.
Yeah.
But the leak or the sort of leak was wrong about the Eiffel Tower, wasn't it? Which is a shame.
Oh yeah.
Seeing the lights will go out.
Unless they go back to it again. I would have preferred the whole episode to have been a flashback.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird, wasn't it? It was quite chop and changey. It's just a bit of like an explanation episode, but it was dragged out. I don't think it needed to be a 45, 50-minute episode just to explain the one thing that they explained by the end of it. You know?
Yeah. It was almost like it wasn't as big a revelation as I thought, because we've seen The Last of Us as well, and we've seen like the zombie outbreak happening in The Last of Us at the beginning, so it wasn't actually a shock watching a zombie outbreak happen for the first time, because we've literally just seen it happen.
And Fear, they've already done it in Fear as well, haven't they?
Yeah, so it's just like we've kind of seen it already, so I feel like they needed to bring a new type of like fear or horror element to it, which didn't really happen. There was one revelation we found out was when if you're infected, you turn into a walker and you're pregnant, what happens to the baby inside you? Did you see that?
I think they were playing on the fact that probably isn't for everyone.
Okay, yeah.
And they were talking about him as a miracle, weren't they, in the first episode? Yeah. And that's sort of the reason why they're saying it. So for all we know, it's just that gave me Last of Us vibes. I thought that was a bit Robin of Last of Us with Ellie.
Okay, yeah. Go on.
For that same reason.
Yeah, my first impression was Dawn of the Dead. Have you seen Dawn of the
Dead? Yeah, I have. Yeah, long time ago.
Yeah, when they're in like the shopping mall, and I think the lady gives birth, but when she gives birth, it is a zombie.
Yeah.
I think that's right. Yeah, so I was like, I feel it almost sounds silly, but I feel like it's almost a bit too dark for it to be for that to happen, for it to be like the baby to be a walker. It feels a bit too dark for The Walking Dead. Although
I think I would have laughed.
Yeah, I mean, but we had the Negan storyline, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see what the chat's saying. Harry says, want to watch it since I'm a The Walking Dead fanboy, but can't since I don't have AMC and I've had a bit spoiled, so it won't hurt. It won't hurt spoiled. Yeah, I don't think it can be spoiled really, unless certain characters die, but you're not going to care that much. It's already been confirmed for a second season as well, so we know Daryl's not going to die. Yeah, it's already been confirmed. So we know Daryl's not going to die, and I think we know Daryl isn't going to make it back to America by season 2 either, unless they actually are going to carry on back to Walking Dead. But I can't really see that. Christina Payne's in the chat. Hey, Christina, no Milky tonight, I'm afraid. He's got no Wi-Fi. Missouri says, damn, you guys making this bald guy feel bad. Can't stay long. We'll watch on the rerun. Thanks for popping in. Literally popping in. But yeah, I do appreciate it, mate. And Christina says, hey, Charles. And the mother is here. So yes, Mum, it is wig theme tonight. So the viewers have voted for wigs tonight. So luckily I had a wig on me, and this Joe just likes wearing wigs in general. So
yeah, I've got loads, absolutely loads of them.
So next week, if we're going to do wig theme again, we can do wig theme again. We'll do witches, or just be a woman. We'll just be a woman next week. But going forward then with Daryl Dixon, any theories or anything you'd like to see? There was hints of bow and arrows again, wasn't there? So I'm thinking like he's going to get a type of crossbow.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be cool to see him with a bow. So like a variation of the weapon that he's already good with. That would be quite cool to see. I hope they go to Paris next episode.
Oh yeah, so definitely work
there's only 6 episodes in it, so obviously next week's halfway. So hopefully, similar to Ahsoka, instead of dragging it out until waiting until like the last episode or something like that to get to sort of like the cool place or where you think it's all going to kick off, that they do it earlier in the series. So then you've got loads to go off, because in like the opening crawl in the intro, it shows like Daryl sat there like overlooking Paris and like Daryl in Paris.
Okay, yeah.
In the crawl. So it's like, please don't make us wait until like the last 2 episodes or something to show us that. I want to get straight into it.
Yeah, I think Milky mentioned, was it the catacombs?
Catacombs, yeah.
That's not happened yet either, is it?
No, but there's a glimpse of that in the crawl as well. So hopefully they do show stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it should be good. I've just realised what where is it? What Harry Pops meant by Laurent. Of course, Laurent from Daryl Dixon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it took me a while to get what you mean, mate. But yeah, I do understand what you
Father
mean.
Jean.
What's that?
Father Jean.
You're not a priest. You're not a priest. That Harry says that scene on the train full of walkers and uninfected. It kind of makes me intrigued, and the Laurent kind of story. The train scene was pretty good actually. Like you can actually imagine that in real life. But like I get the train every single day, so to imagine getting on the London Underground and there's like people infected. Do you get on it or not? Because I think there's people on the platform as well that are infected. I think that outbreak did break pretty quickly once it got going, didn't it?
It looked like she got away pretty easily, though, didn't it? Considering she's in one of the busiest cities in the world, like got back to her flat quite easy.
Oh, the bit
just chilling in her flat, and then just drove off. You didn't see anything, and then managed to drive to the other side of the country like without a hitch.
The bit that cracked me up was when the driver pulls up, he opens the door for her, don't he? And she gets in, and he uppercuts the water. He thought he was just a drunk.
I thought he was going to, because he's English as well, wasn't he? I thought he was going to go, Millwall.
Mate, that was jokes, because obviously he wasn't going to kill this. He literally thought he was a drunk or something. But no, that killed me. Yeah, Corey agrees. That train scene was epic. So, and we also discovered that of something we predicted, that she was never actually a nun. She became a nun almost during this apocalypse. So she was almost like the complete opposite, being a bit of a taking pills, doing a bit of something. I can't really say on here, but so she definitely wasn't like a Virgin Mary, was she?
No, she was having a very snowy evening, wasn't she?
Harry says, if you're in London and major cities, you're 85% dead since the amount of people, and you have to think of death rates since how walkers become walkers. Yeah, you're absolutely bugged if you're in the city. You might be all right, Joe. Would you?
Yeah, I'm by the water, mate.
That's good, yeah. I suppose that's good.
I'm by the river. I was just, yeah.
Yeah, right. We're all going Joes, lads. We're all going Joes. Ken has dropped by. Kai Kelly, thanks for joining the stream. Do appreciate it. Currently chatting about Daryl Dixon. So, yeah, anything else then regarding Daryl Dixon? I don't think there was actually that much Laurent this week.
No, it was just they kind of left him behind to chill with the kids, didn't they? And he was just a bit moany, I thought, but he's obviously been sort of treated been really what do you call it, mummies sort of thing, you know what I mean? Like just cushioned all of his life, and he just wants to do something, and he's just getting fed up with it. And then they've gone on this sort of adventure, and he's still being treated like a baby, and he just can tell he's just getting fed up with it. And obviously, you meet all these kids. He's like, "Well, hang on, they're doing whatever they want. Why can't I do anything?" They're like, "No, you're special." He's like, "What do you mean? I can do a Rubik's cube. What do you mean I'm special?"
Yeah. All right, guys. So we're gonna leave Daryl Dixon for now, then, especially as who hasn't seen it? I think is it Harry that's not seen Walking Dead yet? Daryl Dixon yet? So we're going to move on to Ahsoka. So I hope you guys have all catched up with Ahsoka. So was it episode 6? We just
6,
watched?
yeah.
So a lot to take in here, but I don't actually like how soon they've released these photos.
No, they've done it. They've done it with the Mandalorian, and they've done it with Boba Fett.
Like it's
They've
so
done the
cool.
same.
But I don't agree how soon that. Like it was today, wasn't it? They released these images today.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So, well, we'll start with the. Is it the Seven Sisters or the Night Sisters?
The mothers, they're called.
The mothers. Yeah, we'll start with them then. So, what do you make of them, and how accurate are they to? Are they rebels? Or am I losing what?
No, Mother Talzin is in Clone Wars, so she's like a mother of the Night Sister. So they're effectively they're like Yoda of the Night Sisters, if that makes sense. They're like the leaders of the Night Sisters, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I thought they looked wicked. I was really surprised that they were there. And then the backstory that they said that the Night Sisters and people from Dathomir, which is where the Night Sisters lived, their home planet, and Darth Maul's home planet, they originated from.
Yeah. I knew Dathomir. Yeah.
Yeah, they originated from here. So yeah, pretty amazing, really.
Yeah, guys in the chat, do let us know your thoughts on Ahsoka. I mean, there's no Milky tonight, so I'd love to get some other opinions from you guys. Yeah, Harry says your third ones are possibly Night Sisters, so they're not Night Sisters, no.
They're Night Sisters, but they're called I think they're called the Great Mothers. I think yeah, but they're mothers anyway, so they're basically the boss men of the Night Sisters.
Are these in? I think I'm getting confused with the female Inquisitors. Maybe what is it? Have you played the Jedi, the Star Wars game?
Merrin's a Night Sister.
Yeah, I think that's what.
Who's Cal's love interest sort of thing.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking. I'm getting confused with it. I need to.
So there's a few missions on Dathomir.
Yeah, that's what.
Order.
So is that what they are?
Yeah, so they're like the sort of ancient leaders of them, basically.
Yeah, there's definitely some witchcraft thing going on. This is the same vibe you give me. So moving on to the middle picture then. Corey says that Stormtrooper is amazing looking. His armor is fantastic. And he does agree about the poster should have been released a lot later. And I don't get it, man. I don't get why they're releasing them. It's just...
I don't understand why. If you're gonna try and release it and get the hype for it, release it on a Monday. Then you've given everyone a weekend then to watch it, and then you get loads of people that will rewatch it or watch it before the episode drops a couple of days after. Why not just
I mean, we've got another image to show you after these three, and it's not a spoiler, but it is a spoiler to see it in live action.
These three are massive ones, especially two of these are huge spoilers because they weren't confirmed to be in the show. Yeah, the other poster they released was confirmed. He's in the trailer, and it was a big build-up. But Ezra and the mothers, you don't know they're going to be in it. So if you've not watched it, and then a day after it's released, you've been working away or you've been on holiday or something, you just go on your phone. I mean, Star Wars and Disney are one of the biggest entities on Twitter and the internet. So you're going to see it.
And because on your social media you like Star Wars, so it's going to pop up regardless. And now Twitter has this feature where you have the following, and then you have the For You page, don't you?
Yeah.
And so the algorithm is going to push it to you, even if you don't want to see it. So I've actually unfollowed Star Wars accounts on. I think I follow it on Instagram still, but I've unfollowed it on Twitter and on Threads and all that because it is going to get spoiled, and it still got spoiled despite me watching it. I did watch it last night, thankfully, but I was very tired. So, but I'll come on to that in a minute. So, what did you make of this? The Stormtrooper, has he got a certain name? This one,
Enoch, I think his name was. So he's new. He's not from any of the books with Thrawn or any of the Legends material of Thrawn. He's brand new character. I saw on Twitter, I think it was, that the way the Stormtroopers armors have been healed and they look like gold and black, that sort of thing, is like an ancient Japanese tradition of fixing armors and fixing pottery and stuff like that. So Dave Filoni's taken inspiration from that and with a Roman sort of theme, and that's why he's got a face. But I think it looks so cool. I wouldn't be surprised if they're Night Sister magic. So all of those troopers were dead and they died on the trip from Rebels because Edra kills most of them.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they were like that Marek, and they're basically just their dead bodies that have been reanimated, basically.
Yeah. I mean, you've touched on it there, but it's almost like you got the Star Wars Galactic Empire, and then you got the Roman Empire, and they've kind of put it two into one, and it's just so smart, and it's like it's modern as well. It's not like it didn't come across as cheesy. It actually come across as
it looks amazing as well.
Yeah, it's like actually that's pretty cool. It gives off that like Julius Caesar vibes, Gladiator and all that kind of thing. And now mixing that with Star Wars.
That screams Grail as well, doesn't it? If that comes out as a pop.
Yeah, you ain't getting this as a common. That was my next question. This is not going to be a common. This is going to be a limited piece, metallic, somehow glow in the dark.
Yeah. Flopped.
Funko Shop exclusive, £19 minimum. Mate, I don't know. I was gonna say Star Wars Celebration, but when is the next celebration? Is it in 2 years?
Yeah, that's Japan as well. Oh, yeah, it's Japan, so
yeah,
would make sense for one as well, wouldn't it? To be fair, but yeah, long time.
And then moving on to Ezra, yeah. So I take it are you a big Ezra fan, or are you just more Ahsoka?
I wasn't a fan of Ezra for season 1 of Rebels and most of season 2, but probably like the back quarter, the last quarter of season 2, I started to really like him. The last 2 episodes he's good in, and then season 3 and then season 4 he's the best character by far, I think, in season 4.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna like reveal him in like episode 8 and then lead into another series. I couldn't believe that they like went into all this detail and sort of revelation in episode 6. So now we've got 2 full episodes, so effectively call it an hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half of every character's in it now. Ahsoka's going to arrive at the end of it, at the start of this next episode, and it's 2 full episodes of a full out war. Effectively, it's going to be so good.
Well, that's the next step, isn't it? Like we've seen Ezra and Sabine meet. Now it's about Ezra meeting up with Ahsoka and Hera.
And when he finds out how Sabine got there.
Oh yeah, and then
fuming.
I think people are discussing. My hunch will be it's going to end with all of the rebels meeting up, reuniting. Could that happen or not?
I don't know. I don't think it will.
Like Zeb as well. Like
I don't know. I genuinely, all of my sort of like theories and stuff have all kind of gone out the window because the pacing of this show has been so unexpected. Because the first 2 episodes were quite slow, and all of a sudden, like 3 and 4 have just led into the rest of the show quite quickly. I watched them back in a row this week, just back to back to see how it kind of flowed. Yeah, just to see how it flowed. And 1 and 2 kind of sit on their own. 3 leads into 4 like really quickly. They could almost be 1 episode really. And then 5's like a love letter to Clone Wars fans, and then 6 is like a love letter to Rebels fans.
I forgot what we're on. 6 is just what we watch, isn't it?
6 is this one, yeah.
Yeah. So I tell you what I did like with the episode. I did like the little creatures, like the little snails or whatever they are.
Oh, what, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Snails?
Whatever they were, I thought they were pretty cool. So I like it'd be a very difficult pop to make, I think.
Yeah.
To get the eyes out and all that. But yeah, they were pretty cool. I've not seen them in the Star Wars universe before.
No, they're new.
Another thing I picked up, I'm not sure if it was this episode or the last one. I think it was this one. Was it Hu Wang when he said a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away?
Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
Oh,
was that this episode?
Yeah, it was this episode. Yeah.
Yeah. What did you make?
Yeah, that was cool. That gave me chills. It was cool. It was like cheesy, but it was cool. I enjoyed it. Another thing to do with that. So Hu Yang says that. I saw a clip on TikTok today. So at Celebration last year in 2022, when they were talking about Ahsoka and they revealed it, they were asking Dave Filoni some questions on a panel, and he's just about to leave, and he goes, "I can't believe no one's asked me about Ezra," and everyone goes crazy, and he goes, "Yeah, no one's asked me. He's just trying to tease it." and he gets asked, so where is Ezra? And he goes, oh, I know where he is. And everyone goes crazy, goes, oh, I can't tell you anything, but he's far, far away. And that was the name of the episode for this episode.
Oh, yeah. That is cool.
He basically revealed it over a year ago, which is quite sick to see.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, I'm a massive Star Wars fan, but of course, because I'm not into the animated stuff as much, I feel like I can't be up there with you and Milky and all that. Or Coombsy, another good example. But for like with me and like Walking Dead, when there's like Walking Dead references, I can pick that up like that. You know, I think same on Marvel as well. Now I think I can pick up Marvel references quite well, despite not seeing much of the comics. We've got a few new entries into the live stream tonight. Welcome, guys. We've got Jack. Good to see you in the stream, mate. We've got fun and games coming up shortly, so hopefully you stick around for that. And we've got Wilco. I think Wilco is coming to Comic-Con Scotland, so
yes.
He did speak to him, so hopefully see you there, mate. Wilco, do let us know what you are planning to get signed. We've not actually spoke to you about.
Well, I know what he's getting signed.
You know what he's getting signed? Yeah.
So he's custom.
Yeah, hopefully he puts it in the chat still, whatever he's getting signed. So yeah, Wilco's still here. So yeah, let us know what you're getting signed, mate, and we'll discuss that shortly. What about the reference to Ezra looking like his father? Did you see that? Yeah,
similar sort of look. I mean, I think it's been about 15 years since the last time we saw him.
He's got a full on beard now, hasn't he?
Yeah, so it makes sense. I've seen a lot of hate actually about the way he looks. Like he's been on a planet with nothing for 15 years. He's only got a little beard and a short haircut. He doesn't look that bad. I've seen a lot of stuff saying he looked like Moses. About to part the Red Sea.
It looks like he's got mithril, doesn't it? Lord of the Rings mithril.
Yeah, I do. That's
I think
Aragon.
I think I have got another Ahsoka slide. I think it is of Tarkin, Thrawn.
Tarkin.
And then the live action photos compared to the animated photos. So let's have a look then. So we'll start with Thrawn then, and then we'll go on to the animated ones. So what did you make of Thrawn? Before you do answer, is Thrawn the same voice actor as that animated?
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, because it sounded very identical to me. Otherwise, it's a great impression. So it's actually the same person.
It's really hard to because it's Lars Mikkelsen that plays him.
Yeah.
And to me, it was really hard to the voice that he plays in animation. I just couldn't imagine him actually having that voice in live action or transferring. And then as soon as he started speaking, as he arrives in the episode, it gave me chills. It's so menacing. And they couldn't. I don't think they could have cast anybody else to play it because the voice is brilliant. The voice is the best thing about it. It's just so cold and direct and monotone, but so it's got so much emotion sort of behind it, even though it's monotone. Do you know what I mean? It just sounds like he means business, doesn't it?
Exactly what I was going to say. Because Thrawn, in the live action, he doesn't show any emotion, but you can hear it in the voice. Which is that's how he gets his emotion out, which I thought is really, really cool. And it kind of woke me up a little bit because I was like, I've heard that voice before. And of course it was from Rebels. Let's have a quick look at the chat. Jack staying for the game. So yeah, I'm glad you are sticking around. We've got a new game tonight, so we'll see how it goes. What I do now with the games, I do a little test run with my brother to see what he thinks. And he did actually smash it this game. So I've had to tweak it a little bit. We'll see how Joe gets on. Wilco is going to Scotland, guys. So he's going to get Cal and Moff. Of course, yeah, you must be buzzing about Cal now as well. Oh, wow. Custom Cal lightsaber, making 2, 1 to sign and then 1 to gift. And then making the Moff helmet and 1 dark saber. Oh, my gosh. Wow. I have to say, the Cal, we will come into Comic-Con announcements shortly, guys, but shortly, towards the end of the stream. But the price for Cameron was brilliant, wasn't it? For Cal Kestis.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
I was very same with Juan Carlos. Again, it's a really great price, isn't it, for fans? So Harry says, "Do you want to play a game?" Tel Talks Saw 10. This is my bloody Barnet. Wilco said, "I just don't like his layers, too bulgy, but other than that, he's perfect." What do you mean? Do you mean the bags under his eyes? Joe, what do you think?
I mean, he's Thrawn is in his 70s at this point.
Is he?
Yeah, he's supposed to be about 70. So,
Yeah.
I mean, when my granddad was 70, he had loads of bags under his eyes. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think he looks wicked. I've seen a lot of hate on his appearance because I've seen a lot of like fat shaming as well. It's like, leave it alone, man. It's like nothing wrong with it. It's the voice is the main part of it. The voice and obviously just the sort of like appearance and his body posture and his voice are the main thing for me. Just sort of like being.
He's talking about Ezra with the eyes.
Oh,
Ezra's eyes are too bulgy. Let's go back. Yeah.
Oh, they've made them really blue to make it the same as the cartoon.
Is he so bulgy or blue? His eyes are too bulgy. Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry, I'm getting lost in the chat here. Yeah. I can't make any complaints, but like I say, I'm not as into it as you guys. But yeah, Wilco is a big fan of Thrawn. He's perfect. And the thing with Thrawn, that like you said, it's 15 years later, so we actually haven't seen this Thrawn at this age before. So this is like a new Thrawn, or it's almost like a new character 15 years on. You know, you can't expect him to. Although he didn't fight much, was he fighting Kanan or Ezra?
No, Callus. He fought Callus.
Callus, who's Callus? I can't remember who Callus is.
Remember Callus? Who was another Fulcrum? He was like the double. He was the main villain in season 1.
I liked him. Yeah, I liked him. Yeah, that's the only fight I remember him having.
He had a punch up with him, didn't he?
Jack says most of the games you've done so far have been pretty good. Thanks, Jack. So we'll see how this one goes. We'll come on to the comparisons then between the live action and then the animated. So what have you thought of it then? We've got every character now, haven't we? I've not put Zeb on here. I realize Zeb's not there. So what have you made?
Zeb was good anyway. Anakin, brilliant. Just obviously it's Hayden Christensen, but his mannerisms made it seem like Clone Wars. Even just that photo just sums it up, really.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you can tell he's done his research, like little looks. Young Ahsoka looks absolutely spot on.
I think that was my favorite one. Yeah, I have to say.
Just looked like exactly the same, didn't it? Fighting style and everything. Just great. I really like Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. She's got a lot of hate, but again, people were comparing her to that Ahsoka, who is a child. This is someone in her 40s after the whole original trilogy, effectively. So it's a long time. And I'd be a little bit sad and down in the dumps if everyone I knew had died, basically.
Yes,
and be a bit apprehensive about training someone when her master. Well, that is what goes on, isn't it? In episode 5, is sort of like coming to grips with that conflict and sort of letting her fears and anger go. So I think going forward, she might be a bit different, actually. So I enjoy it. Thrawn.
I would like to see that more. I mean, she was quite wise anyway, but now to be like, a queen bee, being wise. I'll ask you then, what was your favorite transition from live animation to live action, and then your least favorite? Mine might be quite unpopular. We'll go with your most favorite. Your favorite first, then.
I don't know, man. I really enjoyed seeing Hayden Christensen as a Clone Wars Anakin. Hera's quite good as well. I think Thrawn genuinely gave me chills. I'd say Thrawn and Anakin, and my least would be Sabine. I think she's a bit jarring, actually.
Fair, yeah. So I'd go for young Ahsoka as my favorite, but my probably a bit unpopular. I didn't like Hera, and I still can't get to grips with Hera.
Don't you?
I don't know why. It's nothing to do with the actress. This is just something that's not gripping me with Hera. It's just got no explanation or reason behind it. I do like Sabine. I feel like I feel like maybe the casting could have been a bit better. Maybe her her storyline so far could be a bit better. But
Yeah.
I did like the opening scene when she's meant to be at that ceremony, isn't she? Then she gets away on the speeder or whatever it is.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, that was like her moment. I was like, yeah, this character's
Yeah.
quite cool. But for
I
Hera,
think she was. Sorry.
Go on.
Carry
like I
on.
say, Hera's not really done much for me. Maybe
Yeah.
has she had a moment yet that I'm not thinking of?
Not really. I mean, she's introduced her son. She had like sort of a go between when Ahsoka was fighting Anakin, and then it would switch back to her and Hu Yang. I enjoyed that last episode.
Yeah,
It's good to see her in the Ghost. Basically, it's sort of back to Rebel sort of thing. Saying that about Sabine as well, I actually really liked her in this episode. It felt very Rebels-esque, and I liked her like interactions with Ezra. It felt like watching an episode of Rebels.
yeah,
Same
yeah.
sort of like dialogue.
I liked it that she was on her own as well. Yeah, more
Mm.
like a solo. What's the solo? Yeah, solo journey, solo story is quite nice.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at what the chat's saying. Wilco says, I do read these comments live on the screen when I put them up, so I don't actually read the chat first. So I don't know what you guys are saying most of the time. Wilco says, I did wish they casted another one for the Siege of Mandalore, as the character didn't seem to age. I might be overcritical. Do you know what Wilco's referencing there, mate?
I think it's just because it's the same character, the same actress that plays the youngest Ahsoka, and then so that your two images of the young Ahsoka,
Yeah.
they're a few years apart. But if you actually look at it,
Ah,
her Laku, which is basically like my wig, is
yeah.
longer in the bottom one and pointier in the bottom one. But obviously it's the same actress, so she's not going to look physically older. So I think that's what he means. It's like she matures between she like matures between that episode or that stage where it shows her at the start of episode 5 where she's really young, and then by the end of the Clone Wars. But
yeah,
I think she was really good. I think they probably they might have had that idea to have two actresses, sort of one a little bit older, but I think her portrayal was probably that good that they just went there.
yeah, probably smashed it in the audition. Corey says, I like the young Ahsoka actress. She's definitely going to be a star. She was even in Barbie earlier this year. I hated her in Barbie. It was the character. It was the character she played. It wasn't her fault, but she was just a little brat. I really enjoyed the film Barbie. That character really grinding my gears. Yeah, I can't fault her. She is a good actress. Walker says she also played young Gamora as well. Took me a while to figure it out, but I think Milky mentioned it last week as well. She plays Gamora.
Yeah.
Wilco says best one is Chopper. Where is Chopper right now? Who's he with? Is he with the?
He's on the Ghost.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's with Ghost. And then Wilco says, yeah, it's like season 1 Clone Wars to season 7 Clone Wars, referring to young Ahsoka. Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. So, anything else to add there, mate? Regarding Ahsoka, I don't know where we're going next because we don't really get previews, do we? For the next episode?
No. I like that way as well. I like sort of almost being a bit like happy, anxious, waiting for it to come out and just seeing where it's going to spin, because it's sort of led to this moment every week up until now, and now it's got to it. It's like, oh, we've got 2 episodes. What's going to happen now? But for me, I thought the whole series was going to be trying to find them and then finally finding them.
Yeah.
So now we've found them with 2 episodes to go. It's like genuinely can't wait to see where they're going to take it.
So what is meant to happen then? Like, is Thrall meant to send like his army to fight the rebels? I don't know. I really don't know.
No idea.
Yeah. No one actually knows.
No, in the lore, or like what was Thrawn, is that in the lore he cloned Luke.
Okay, yeah.
And raise an army and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. I think it's all going to lead to a massive. There's going to be a new sort of enemy, because Balin's talking about, I can hear someone calling to me from this planet. Mm-hmm. So I think there's going to be like a really like higher power that's also there, and that'll be the big bad.
There's always a bigger fish.
Yeah. Exactly that. And then all of these sort of Mandoverse series are all going to collide into one, and that'll be the Dave Filoni film. So hopefully Luke's in it as well, because it would make sense to. You can't have the most powerful Jedi in the galaxy just chilling whilst there's a big war going on, just building his little rock hut.
Yeah. Wilco says, I feel we'll see Thrawn going back to the main galaxy, which will then lead up to a Thrawn movie. So, yeah, I mean, now they've introduced Thrawn, so we're going to get something big from him. But yeah, I'm excited for him. I don't think I've been this excited for a villain since. I mean, better than Kylo Ren, I think, and Snoke. What else we have? Can't even think. Is that it? Palpatine come back. Palpatine. No one really cared about Palpatine. So since Anakin can become Vader, really.
We're just slating 2 guests that we're going to meet in next.
What's that?
We're just slating a couple of guests that we're going to meet: Snoke and Emperor.
Yeah. Yeah, Wilk said, I feel he might clone Anakin instead, so it's a bit different to comics.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So I think that is it with the Ahsoka. Let's get on to fun and games. So hopefully you guys are ready for some fun and games, and hopefully Jack's still here. So tonight's game, I've got movie posters or TV show posters, but I've blurred the image about 60-70%. So you need to guess what the poster is. So there's going to be 3 on screen at a time. I have put the category on the screen as well. So I did do a test run with this with my brother. He absolutely killed it. He got every one like instantly. But so I had to up the blurriness another 10%. So we'll see how you get on. I don't know how it's going to go, guys. Could be awful. Let's see how it goes. So yeah, Tel Talks does want to play a game, as Harry does say. Want to play a game. Right, let's get into it. The first one is a TV show. So, yeah, Joe, try not to look at the chat then for this bit, mate.
All right, I'll click on private chat.
One.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 Netflix shows. Can you guess these shows?
Stranger Things, Orange is the New Black, Jeffrey Dahmer. Boom.
There we go. So I'm not sure if it's too hard or too easy. So there.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if I should have blurred it more. This is at about 75% blurred. So yeah, you got 3 out of 3 there. Stranger Things, Orange is the New Black, and Jeffrey Dahmer. Or the Dahmer Show. All right. Harry said Stranger Things, Fantastic Fox, and Dahmer. Close. Right, next one then, guys. All right. We'll give the chat about 10 seconds, mate, to watch it. This one.
Yeah.
It's Netflix shows again, by the way. So yeah, the chat's about 10 to 12 seconds behind. So if you have a little look first before you give me your answers. So here's the next 3.
Oh dear. I think I only know one.
Go on, mate. Tell me your one.
Wednesday in the middle.
All right. So so the middle one is Wednesday.
I definitely don't know the one on the right.
So I'll give the chat are allowed to fire away. So
and on the left, is it about that like fire festival or something?
So Corey's got this one right.
One Piece.
So we've got One Piece, Wednesday, and the Queen's Gambit. This is on pre-prepared slides, guys. So I haven't put the images up where I can adjust it back to the actual image. I'll do that next week if you like this game, but maybe it's a bit too easy for you guys. I think I'm underestimating you lot tonight. But yeah, Jack got it coming there clutch for Wednesday, Queen's Gambit. Again, Meg coming in clutch with Queen's Gambit. And Corey says, Queen's Gambit is definitely one of my favorite shows. Yeah, I love Queen's Gambit. I only watched it a couple months ago, but I was really impressed. All right, next up, it's not Netflix shows, this one. It is, I can't remember what it is. Marvel films. So I'll give you 10 to 12 seconds to have a look before you come up with your answers. While that, I'm going to have a little swig of Lucasade.
No, I'm all beard out as well. So if Meg sees this in 12 seconds and fancies grab me another one, that'd be amazing.
Any idea before you give me your answers?
I know. I definitely know the end ones. I think I know the middle one, but it's very blurry. I think I know it.
So, I'm trying. Let me have a swig of my drink before I get to the chat.
Yeah, I've not got the. I've got the chat closed down, so can he cheat?
So your chat's closed down, yeah?
Yeah, I'm on private. Yeah.
All right, brilliant. So yeah, if you tell me your answers then, and then I'll go to the chat.
Captain Marvel on the left.
Mhm.
Right is Far From Home.
Mhm.
And the middle, is it Ragnarok?
No,
Is it not? I can't
no.
tell. It's so blurry. Is it?
It's the idea, mate. It's the idea.
Yeah, I know. I just see bright color. Or is it Guardians? Maybe.
Yeah, it's Guardians.
Yeah, I see a bit of green. Couldn't tell if it was
Right.
Hulk or Gamora.
Yeah, so Jack, yeah, gets it right. Captain Marvel. Harry gets 3 out of 3. Captain Marvel, look at that. on call, literally.
Service is good here.
Harry Pops gets 3 out of 3. Captain Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Far From Home. Again, Meg coming in correct. Captain Marvel. Harry, yeah. Guardians Volume 2. Jack, Far From Home. Mother Talks says, love Queen's Gambit. The book is a good read. Jack couldn't put his finger on what Guardians it was. Corey wants to know, where did you find the book? So I think I bought my mum the book for Christmas. I think. Right, next up, we've got more Marvel films. We'll stick on Marvel.
Oosh.
Go on then, mate.
Yeah, I'm good.
You know this already.
Yeah, I got him.
All right, I'll wait for the chat then. 10 to 12 seconds. I feel like my head looks like Kukurea, you know, the Chelsea left back.
Yeah, you're also not getting any game time.
Now, if I do that, I look like the girl from Sex Education.
No.
Not me, either. It's a weird alien bird. We're going to have to keep it down, bro.
Crop circles.
All right, nothing I can really do here. All right, let's see what we've got then. Yeah, Mother confirmed it was a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
So, Joe, before I go through the chat then, what would your answers be?
Shang-Chi, Age of Ultron, and Love and Thunder.
And that is exactly what Harry has said. So well done, Harry. Nice. Well done, mate.
Well done, Harry.
Decent bit of knowledge. Right. Next up, we're going away from Marvel. I can't remember what I've got next. Let's have a look.
Oh.
Yeah, Jack also coming in there late on with Shang-Chi. Next up then, we've got Star Wars. Let's just start Star Wars characters. Now, I tried to make this a bit tougher, but I'll give you...
I've got the end one. What's the end one?
My brother didn't even get the end one. So I let my brother do this, and I up to the blurriness even more. So we'll see how we go.
I know the first two.
So these are Star Wars characters, guys.
I almost had an auto of the one in the middle.
Come on, Jack. Jack, you know, Jack says he hasn't got a clue on these.
I'll guess the M1.
I don't believe you. Go on, mate.
Can I guess? Droidica, Boba Fett, and I'm gonna say Watto.
Corey is gone. Droidica. It's a Droidica, correct. It's Boba Fett, not Django. You said Boba, didn't you? And you didn't get the last one. I've actually got you guys. Basically, the end photo, it was actually a blurry photo as it was. So I was like, I'm going to keep this one in. I'm going to keep this photo in. Yeah. Corey said, why did I say Django?
Django's clone would have been correct.
And these Jack spelling Django like the old film. That's a dodgy spelling.
That caught me off.
Sentry Droid, I think, Boba, Roger. Come on, right. So we've got Droidica, Boba Fett, And one more, guys.
Narrow the film down.
They appear in 2 of the Star Wars films, I believe.
2.
If you give me a minute, I'll get the original image up. Let's have a look.
Who on earth is that?
I'll look at the chat in a second, guys, just while I get the original image up. I can't find the original image now.
I ain't got a Scooby.
Let's see what chat. I can't find the image. Let's see what chat's saying. Yep. Jack's not knowledgeable on Star Wars.
Anyone got it right?
Not sure why he spelled it like that. I don't know. The D is silent.
I thought you were doing it on purpose. It's funny if the answer.
Never crossed my mind that spelling. Never. Right. Let me. I'm glad you guys are stuck on one. I mean, once you understand the photo, it's quite easy to guess. Let me try and. It's annoying that I can't find the original. Oh, I found the original photo. Right, I'll give you guys 10 more seconds before I put the original photo.
Is it Anakin in a pod racer?
It's not Anakin in a pod racer.
Is it the Emperor in a throne?
No.
Are they on something, or is it literally just a person?
They are on something, yeah. How do I add the image?
2 films riding summer.
Just finding the image now.
Is it Lando?
Lando.
Jar Jar?
Oh, I think you're going to kick yourself.
Probably will, like. Prequels or originals?
Prequels.
Oh, shit. 2 films. Count Dooku.
Oh, they're in 1. Well, they're in 2 technically, but they only talk in 1, I think. I'm surprised, guys. I'm actually surprised.
It's just a Jar Jar, isn't it?
It's not Jar Jar.
Oh, I don't know, man.
The photo's not saving. All right, I'm going to have to share my screen, guys. So, where are we at? So the answer is Sebulba.
He's not in 2.
He's in 2 films.
Is he? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he makes a little cameo.
Yeah. So
I thought it was a pod racer and all. I thought it was
you said
pod
Pod racer. So yeah, that one was Sebulba, guys. Queen Amidala was close. It was close.
It's Sebulba.
Yeah, I apologize, guys. Maybe I did do that a bit too hard. All right,
That was good.
So I'm glad you guys. Struggled on one though. We need a bit of struggle on the stream. Next up, go on then.
Yeah, I got him.
All 3.
I think so.
I'm trying to make it a bit harder. So we'll give the chat 10, 15 seconds
To prove I know the last one, is it a young version of a character?
It is, yeah.
All right, sweet.
To be fair, they are a bit of they are quite long to type. So Harry's gone for Rey, Poe, young Luke, or Anakin. Do you agree with any of them?
I agree with 2 of them.
Corey's got Padme, Poe, and young Luke.
Nope.
And Jack's gone young Anakin. Last one.
No.
I've got all of you. Apart from, I don't think I've got Joe, but I've got all you guys. A lot of you are wrong. Right. Go on, mate. What do you think it is?
The first one is Shmi Skywalker.
Correct. So Shmi is the first one.
Poe Dameron and young Luke from the Kenobi series.
It's bang on. So we've got Shmi Skywalker, Poe Dameron, and then we've got young Luke Skywalker from the Kenobi TV show. So I did try to trick you guys. I do apologize. It worked on the chat. It didn't work on Joe, that one. But you were close. Yeah. Harry was going to say me. And when I blurred it, it did look a little bit like Natalie Portman, which is quite weird. As I blurred it, I was like, I can see that. Like,
yeah, it does.
So quite good casting overall. But yeah, that was quite a good one. That right. Next up, then, guys. I think we're on to Disney. We are on to Disney. So I know Meg watches the stream, so I've done a bit of Disney for Meg. So we'll see how you guys get on here.
Who's the middle one? I know two of them.
So I don't think I blurred them enough. That's the problem.
Are they all animated?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know the middle one. The middle one, I'm not sure.
Right, I've had a few comments in the chat. Do you want to fire away your opinions before I go to the chat?
First one's Remy.
Mm-hmm.
Last one's Dory.
We've got a comment in the chat.
If I don't know the middle one.
You're in the doghouse.
Really? I've got my mic in the way of it. Hang on.
Right. Harry says Ratatouille, Stitch, and Dory.
Oh, it is Stitch as well.
Jack says Ratatouille, Stitch, Dory. I'll accept Ratatouille, but of course the answer is Remy. The mouse is called Remy. Yeah, Stitch throws you off for a minute. I did try to get trickier photos, but when you
makes sense now.
Yeah, when you type Stitch in, there's so many photos of Stitch. Joe's gonna be in trouble. He done all right.
I'm in trouble.
He done all right. Right, we've got one more. We've got another Disney round. We've got another. Don't worry, guys. I think this is the last round. So our final Disney round. So fastest finger first. There we go. A bit of colour here.
Gaston.
No, give it a minute. Give it a minute, Joe. Give it a minute.
I thought you said fastest finger first.
No, for the chat. For the chat.
Oh, sorry. I know them all.
Let's see what the chat say. Stream's gone well tonight. It's actually gone quite quick.
Whenever I wonder.
Joe, Harry says Joe's gonna have to wear the mummy costume again.
Oh, I've got the mask in here still somewhere.
The amount of props we're gonna have from doing these live streams.
I launched it as soon as you said take it off. I went like that and just threw it, and it's in the exact same spot.
We're done. Yeah. All right. Yeah, the chat are looking good here. So do you want to go for yours, mate?
Gaston, Baloo, and Pongo.
That's the answer I was looking for. So again, Meg comes in clutch with Gaston. Harry, yeah, I'll give you it, but Gaston, Baloo, and Dalmatian. Pongo is what I'm looking for, but I will give you Dalmatian. Gaston from Jack, Pongo. Can't make out the middle one. Yeah, it's actually Baloo. It was quite a weird photo. That's why I went for it. It's Baloo about to get the pear tree, the poor tree, wherever it is. I can't remember what it is now. But I think that is the end of the round, guys. Let's just double check. Yeah, so we're on to the latest Comic-Con announcements. So thanks everyone for playing that one. Do it again. Do let me know what you think. If you want me to try again with that one next week, we'll probably have Milky back. I'll make it a bit harder. If you want me to blur the images a bit more. So I'm just trying to come up with some new games for everyone. So do you prefer this one? What was the game we played last week? I can't remember. But it went down well.
I can't remember what we played last week. The week before was Tic Tac Toe. That was really good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. It makes a nice change doing well at a game.
What did we do last week? I feel like it went really well. Great game, Tel. Corey would like to see it again. Thanks, mate. That's gonna really bug me now. What game?
Yeah, same. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Oh, guys, anyone in the chat, let us know what game we played last week. And anyway, guys, so we're on to the latest.
Go back to the chat now.
we're on the latest comic. Yeah, you can look at the chat again. We're on to the latest Comic Con announcements. We spoke about it a bit in the Discord. I did put this stream together. Oh, Meg says last week it was too hard. Wherever it was.
What was it?
Oh, movie guessing thingy. Movie guessing thing. Movie guessing. I'm struggling. We're gonna have to watch our own streams back. I really can't think.
I have watched it back as well.
Yeah, I do watch a lot of it back. Anyway, latest Comic Con announcements. I do apologize to Corey and Harry. I didn't manage to get the photos that you shared on tonight. I put the stream together about an hour before we went live, so I just didn't manage to get them on. But what we will look at is the other announcements that I did manage to get on. What I will do, guys, I will look at the Love of Horror website so we can go through the announcements on there together. Yeah. Harry says even Tel can't remember. It was that difficult. I can't remember what it was, mate. So yeah, let's have a look at the latest guest announcements then. So we've got Simon Cassanides, who plays Axel. Is it Axel Wolves? Axel Wolves?
Axe Wolves, yeah. That was the hint they did, wasn't it? They put an axe on.
Yeah, that was it. Everyone thought it was going to be Gimli or something.
Yeah.
So yeah. Got Simon Cassanides, Laz Alonso, who plays Mother's Milk from The Boys. A really cool announcement. I'd love to get that one to add to my The Boys signed Funkos now. Cameron Monaghan, he's come to Comic Con Scotland. An announcement that was completely out of the blue. So that was really nice to see. Cameron's also going to For the Love of Sci-Fi. That was announced tonight, but I didn't need to put two images of Cameron on the screen. Tom Skerritt was announced also for The Love of Sci-Fi. I did see what he's been in, but I've passed my mind already. And then the big announcement for Comic Con Liverpool was Natalia Dyer. Shoujo, I'll kindly give you permission to take your wig off for 10 minutes.
Oh, trying to get it back on will be a nightmare. It's all right. I'll rock it. I don't mind. I'll rock it. I'm good.
But talk me through your thoughts on all the announcements, really.
Well, Cameron Monaghan caught us off guard, didn't it? Just a bit. Then they said about a month ago they were done with Comic-Con Scotland announcements, so we were all done, settled. And then out of the blue, a few days ago, just said that they had an announcement, and it was heavily rumored it was going to be him. Yeah, great, a massive pull, and the price is amazing.
Yeah.
For the Love of Sci-Fi, in the last 3 or 4 days, have just been pulling names left, right, and centre.
They're kidding me.
They've already got Elizabeth Olsen, and they had a couple of big names, and then out of nowhere, they've just gone and just pulled in loads more.
Yeah, I completely forgot about
really good.
Yeah, I mean, huge guess. So, what was you up to, Cameron? Was you up to Cameron or Tom?
And all the Love of Sci-Fi guests. So, yeah, Simon Cassanides. He was at Celebration. He was the cheapest at Celebration. Because season 3 of The Mandalorian hadn't come out yet.
Okay. Oh, so and he didn't really. Was he in season 3? He was
quite big by the end of it. So he was in season 2, but only a few episodes of Bo-Katan.
So it was the one on the boat, wasn't it? With Frog Lady.
And his sign-in table was right against the barriers where you just walk past. So when you walk next to him, you're literally that far away.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw him loads. He was always doing sign-ins, but his queues were really short. He was gifted a load of stuff, a load of custom builds and stuff like that. And he seemed like a really nice guy. So if he's there for Love of Sci-Fi, I'd recommend anyone that is a fan of The Mandalorian to go and see him, because he seemed like a really nice bloke at Celebration. Really good interactions, really took the time out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a really cool one. Laz Alonso, I've still not watched The Boys. That's my next thing to.
What?
That's my next thing to watch. Yeah, I watched it. I've been told by my mates for years to watch it, because they're like, well, you like brutal superhero stuff. Why don't you watch it? I'm like, just trying to get into another series, to watch multiple series of. It's just jarring, but it's on my list. It's on my list.
Once you watch The Boys, you'll be like, I need to get the pops. You need to get the Funko Pops. That's what happened, mate. Honestly, but yeah, I'm looking forward to you watching that. I mean, I've
Yeah.
watched all the Rebels. So I think you need to watch the Boys now. But it took me like 3 times to actually like the Boys. I tried watching it twice and get into it. I was like, this ain't for me. I've never watched Ted Lasso because I don't think that's my humor. And when I was
Same as
watching,
me.
yeah, and when I was watching the Boys, I was like, this isn't really my humor either. But it does tone down a bit, and then you kind of understand the humor a bit more.
Yeah.
So,
See,
have you watched? Go on, mate.
The Boys, I didn't think I like it. And I was the same with Ted Lasso. And I watched Ted Lasso. Yeah, I've seen it all now.
Yeah.
I went and visited my mum and dad a few months ago, and they were watching it.
Mhm.
I was like, what are you watching this for? Just it's not something they'd watch. And my dad's like, oh, come and watch the end of this one. It's brilliant. Caught the end of like something in season 2, and I really enjoyed it. So I've watched that since, and it's great. So that's kind of like changed my opinions on shows that like I might have a preconception of, thinking, oh, I don't know if it's for me. So I've got a load of stuff on a list that I need to get around to watching. Tom Skerritt, I have no idea who he is. I might do without realizing it. So if anyone in the chat knows who he is or his work, please let us know, because it'd be interesting to see what he's in. And obviously Natalia Dyer is massive, isn't it? Just another big name to seems like a never-ending list for Liverpool, doesn't it?
They've still got 4 more announcements apparently as well.
Really?
Another big one.
Bankrupting everyone.
I don't know. I still don't know what I'm doing with Liverpool, if I'm going or not. Simon Pegg has sold out autographs, and Saturday 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. tickets have sold out. So you have to get a 12:30 ticket when they go on sale. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do about Liverpool, if I will go, but I would go for Natalia Dyer, of course. Let's just have a quick look at what the chat's saying. Corey says you can't go sci-fi. The last would have been great, especially because he's got a Funko now. Sorry, I thought you was referring to Simon. But yeah, Mother's Milk has just got a new Funko Pop, and I think it's on sale actually. I'm sure you guys know, if you collect Funko Pops, Funko Europe got a massive sale on right now, up to 70% off on Pops. And I think Mother's Milk might be about £9 now, where it's normally about 13. So it might be worth getting that one. I think Jesse T. Usher has been announced for Aberdeen next year.
Yeah, that's a big name, isn't it, for such a sort of random location.
So it might be worth getting the A-Train Funko Pop as well, Funko Europe, if you did want to get a few of the boys pop sign. That could be a shout. And Corey says Tom was in Alien. That's what I know him from. Yeah, that does make sense. But now I did read his bio, but obviously once I put the pictures on screen, I completely forgot about the bio. So
he looks.
Yeah. Well, mate.
He looks a little bit like the bloke from Saw as well from that photo, doesn't he?
Oh, poor bloke. Poor bloke.
Do you know what I mean? Like the main character behind it all. It looks like him.
Yeah, I do give you that. Let us know, guys, in the chat, if you are planning to go to any of these cons, if you are planning to meet any of the guests. So yeah, we are going to definitely be meeting Cameron in a couple of weeks. So what have you got planned for Cameron? You've bought a pop. Tell us what happened, Joe.
You gave me a little tip that the rumored guest was him.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a few offers on Vinted for his pop before. Well, in case it was him, obviously when he gets announced, every pop on Vinted is either going to sell out like that or the price is going to go whoop. So I made a few offers, had an offer accepted on one, and that was about 5 to 7, and the guest announcement was at 7. So as soon as they announced that it was him, bought it for a very good price. And then within 5-10 minutes after his announcement, every pop bar 2 that were really expensive on Vinted sold out. So, and noticed over the last couple of days that people on Facebook are selling their pops for silly money now, aren't they? So, yeah, really happy that I managed to pick it up for a good price. And obviously his auto is really cheap. So I've put that, and I'm buzzing. Meeting a Jedi, mate. So can't wait.
Yeah. Yeah. And now he's been announced for the Love of Sci-Fi as well. So
yeah,
the price of his pop is going to stay up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's not like once Scotland's done, that's it. The hype's going to stay there.
Where is the Love of Sci-Fi? Is it Manchester?
What's that?
Is for the Love of Sci-Fi in Manchester.
Yeah, same as Manchester Comic Con, but no signal in there. That's the big issue. So if you got to look, if you want to like keep up to date with schedules and stuff, you got to do it manually by going to all the desks.
Nah.
You can't rely on Twitter and Instagram and stuff. Harry says they posted the wrong picture for Hunter Doohan, and it was him, so I knew he was getting announced. Oh yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not too bothered about Hunter Doohan. I feel like if he had the pop, I'd be like, yeah, probably I'll get the pop sign because he don't have nothing yet. I know they have got the Enid Sinclair pop coming out any minute now, but yes, that's it for the announcements this week, guys. Do let us know what your plans are of anyone. I think a few of you. I think Harry, you going to Liverpool? I can't remember if you said you're going to Liverpool or not. But apart from that, guys, it's on to next week's theme. Why sort the wig out. So
something we haven't got to put on our face or head.
Apparently, there's 5 of you in the chat. So if we get 5 suggestions, that would be nice. But yeah, any ideas, Joe, for next week? Next week's theme?
Something that ain't itchy.
That'll be lovely. I think I need a bath, mate. This week
Yeah, I'm easy. I'm game for pretty much anything, you know. So I'm easy. It is funny. Last week killed me off. I've watched that clip of us when Milky comes on with his mask back 10 times, maybe. Just makes me cry every time.
Yeah, my brother said you got to put it as a YouTube short, but it doesn't crop because YouTube shorts are like that.
Yeah,
so it gets a bit of all of us in. It don't get us all in at the same time. Corey says,
"What's your favorite?
What's your favorite food?"
What the? How is that possible?
Oh, mine's Mexicans. So I've got to get a Mexican hat.
Oh no, yeah. Well, mine's Spanish. Oh yeah. So theme of your favorite? Oh yeah. Mine's Spanish.
Same thing, same bracket, innit?
I'll grab an Estrella.
Dress each other. I have to send you a Spurs shirt. Mind you, if we get Milky involved, someone's got to dress as Milky. So Corey says it's the first thing that popped in my mind. So
favorite food. Other suggestions, please.
You got 7 minutes, guys, to decide. Yeah, I thought what we'll do, Joe. I'm not sure if you've got a pop neat. I thought we'll practice folding a pop because obviously we're going to try and put it in the top loader. So I thought we'd try it on the stream together, mate.
Give me a sec. I'll grab one.
So so we're both going to the con in a couple of weeks, and we're not going to be able to take all the pops because we're both actually flying to the con. So it's our first time flying to a con. So we're going to practice flat packing a pop on stream and see how it goes fitting it into a top loader. So I'm trying to find the pop as well. Yeah, it's Mega Sonic, whatever it is.
I'm gonna do it on this.
So what's your pop of choice? Because
if I wreck it.
Wait. Yeah, there you go. I've got Virgil van Dijk. I've actually put him in there.
Fold it gently.
Right, let's see what the chat say before we do. Meg says she's about to say the same as Harry. Dresses each other. How dresses each other? Joe as Tel as Milky, and Milky as Joe. Oh, if that's how it goes, that's how it goes. Where the other person's football team's top. Joe's not fitting in my shirts. That's the problem.
Oi, cheeky git.
Pop tea. I like pop tea. It's a nice one. Corey liked that one. All right, anyway, so you got a couple of minutes, guys.
I think you got a Spurs shirt actually.
Have you?
I think so.
Probably your Borough, aren't you? Borough or Bristol?
Yeah. I've got a few Borough shirts floating around. I could send.
Right, let's get this again.
So the top comes off, bottom comes off.
So I actually don't have to do that.
The flaps go out. Oh, I just ripped it, but it's because it's ripped already.
Flaps go out.
Top comes out. Oh, sorry, Jurgen. And then you put the flap in at the top. flapping at the bottom. Yeah, that's right. And then
It don't feel right to me.
and then you fold it in like that. But yeah, I know what you mean. It don't feel right, does it? So that's it, like that.
Mine ain't flat for me.
Yeah, mine.
Nah, I don't trust
Mine's just that. But when you put it in the top loader, it goes flatter.
Corey says, I've never folded one of the Funko things before. It'd be fun to watch. So let's look at Joe's.
Like that. Do you want me to do it again?
Go on, you give it a go.
All right, I'll get it back out. It's a lot harder in a wig, mind. I do look dashing in this, actually.
Bit of fingertips.
Right. So, obviously, the pop's already out. So, you take the top off.
My name's Joe, and I'm a Funko Pop addict.
Flip those two bits up.
You never get this with Top Pops.
I was going to do an impression of him then, but I don't want to sound insulting. And take the bottom out and those bottom flaps like that. Look. And then the main one, you push that in. Oh, push that in like that. But both those two are inside now, and the top and bottom bits are. And then you just fold it over, and that's it. Then it goes in a top loader, nice and flat. Get them a squiggle on there, squiggle on there, if they're nice enough.
It looks like we're getting. Well, it looks like you're actually getting Jurgen Klopp to sign it, don't you? We're getting Anfield. That's where we at. Oh, let's get there. There we go.
Yeah, it's easy enough. I'm just gonna have to keep doing it with a pop I don't care about, because that's the last thing you want, isn't it? You're packing your pops a few days before you go in, wreck a box, and then you're screwed.
I don't trust it. I really don't. That's right. That's what mine's looking like, guys.
Yeah, so if you fold it that way, then you'll smudge it, because obviously they've got to sign the front and the back. And when they flip it over to sign the other side, it's going to smudge the pen in it. So it's got to go that way. Yeah.
Feels a bit better. Oh,
I've dropped old Jurgen, and I don't know where it's gone. The pop's rolled around somewhere on the floor. There he is. Oh my god, this wig.
So yeah, we'll give this a lot more practice, guys. So don't worry about that. Yeah, the stream is open to you guys for anything you want to ask. You do let us know what you think for next week regarding the theme. So we've had pop tees, we've had wear each other's football team shirts, and we've had dresses each other, and we've had dress as your favorite food. So do let us know, guys, what you think. Ozzy's popped in the stream quickly. You're doing it right, but may need some masking tape to keep it down. Yeah, I've seen a few people do that. Do the tape. But yeah, it's definitely gonna have to go that way, isn't it? Because you need to have that side as well. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We've got a couple of weeks to prepare still and get the hang of it. But yeah, guys, anything else you want to ask us? We'll go for a couple more minutes. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. It's been good fun despite no Milky tonight. But we kind of prepared ourselves. We did see Milky was having internet problems. So yeah, Joe, what have you got coming up on your channel? You've been doing shorts at the moment. You've got any more? Any more pops on the way that I don't know about?
Yeah, I've got obviously I've got Cal Kestis on the way, so looking forward to that.
Has that been
shipped? It's been shipped, yeah.
That's good. Yeah,
I've got I've managed to get a really good deal on Vinted for some Lord of the Rings pops, a nice little bundle from the same seller. So looking forward to that coming. That's been shipped. Had a couple of bits arrive yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, I've made two shorts of the two pops that arrived yesterday. So go and have a look at those if you haven't already. They're quite cool. Both dropped on Funko Europe last Friday. Yeah, I don't think I've got anything else coming except from that I'm aware of. But I am going to go on Funko Europe when this finishes because, as you said, they've got a massive sale on. And I had a video drop last night of a pop hunt, and I was after an Ahsoka pop. And that has been reduced on Funko Europe, so like quite a lot actually. So
I did see that on your pop hunt. It was 15 quid. I thought that's quite a lot for that pop.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
for a common Mandalorian pop, was like, yeah, it's a bit much. But yeah, so video wise, have you got a video coming out? Just you can unbox Cal Kestis on Mail Mondays.
Yeah, so everything that shows up, I'll do a Mail Monday.
Yeah, sorry.
So hopefully this week the Lord of the Rings pops show up and Cal Kestis, and then I'll do a lovely little unboxing. Probably get a Mail Monday next week rather than having to wait a couple because I've actually got stuff coming. Yeah, during the same week.
Yeah. Sorry, Joe. As for myself, guys, I haven't actually put out much content lately. I do apologize. We're getting to the Christmas period at work already, believe it or not. So it's been tough for me to actually get some content out. And I've tried to not buy any pops due to Comic-Con Scotland as well. So, I'll try and record some content for you guys for next week. But yeah, hopefully I'll have some bits for you ready. But yeah, I'm trying to save as much money as I can for Scotland. I'm just a bit worried about how pricey it is going to be. Ozzy says that price for Cameron Monaghan signing is insane. 38 quid is a crazy deal. So yeah, we've touched on it earlier, but yeah, really, really impressive that I think. I'm not sure if I think the also will go up next year if he does signings next year.
I do too.
I'm not sure if he's done. He did. Yeah, he was at Star Wars Celebration. I'm not sure how much he was charging there.
I don't know what he was at Celebration, but he was featured heavily. Like he was on the Celebration stage a couple of times. They kept showing the highlights of his Celebration stage because there was a guy who was cosplaying him and it looked amazing. And Cameron was wearing a poncho on the stage, and he gave his poncho to the cosplayer.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was watching that video where he kept talking about his poncho.
Yeah.
I'm just typing in Cameron Monaghan price, Star Wars Celebration. Just having a quick look, see if anything comes up. Nothing's really coming up. Yeah, because the event's gone, it's gonna be quite hard to find out what it was. I did promise. I do apologize. I did promise to look at For the Love of Horror for you guys. We'll look at that announcement. We'll look at that quickly.
He was at a con last month in the States and was charging 70. So Monopoly have pulled it out of the bag. Yeah, so that works out at like 50, 55 quid.
That's mad. Yeah, that is mad.
Yeah, especially to get him to come over as well on that short notice. It's brilliant, isn't it?
All right, so I did promise you guys that we'll take a look at For the Love of Horror. So we'll have a quick look at this, guys. So when I'm looking at this on the website, so I can't actually see the chat right now. So Joe, if you want to read out any of the chat's messages, while I scroll down. Oh, so anything here for you, Joe?
Kiefer Sutherland's quite cool. Kiefer Sutherland's cool. I'm not a massive horror fan. I personally find like horror films in general pretty like boring.
Yeah.
Were you checking Love of Horror? Or do you mean Love of Sci-Fi?
No, it's Love of Horror that they put on the Discord. That's what we're looking at.
I couldn't. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, this is definitely a horror one.
Yeah, I mean the guests they've got is a massive variety. They've like the same as Love of Sci-Fi. They've just been like constantly announcing guests. It seems like one every couple of days. Ray Santiago. Is he Ben Stiller's son in Night at the Museum?
It's got to be in it. It's got to be. Meet the Fockers.
Meet the Fockers. That's it. Yeah, he's his son.
It's got to be. Alyssa Sutherland. I think that's pretty cool. She was in Evil Dead Rises. That's a pretty good one. She's the main. She's the mother.
Jack says Tempted to get the No Way Home final battle pops 30% off each right now. That's good.
That's pretty good. That is pretty good. There is some good announcements here. Lynn Shane, she's in the Insidious. Is it Insidious or
Oh
Conjuring?
yeah, she's the one that can see him, isn't she?
Yeah, that's a pretty cool announcement. This guy, he scares me. This John Jarrett. He's in Wolf Creek. I think he's in the film and the TV show. But yeah, he was a right nutter, this bloke. And then this Clint Howard, I think he's in The Hills of Eyes. Correct me if I am wrong, guys, in the chat. But yeah, he was quite a freaky one. I think he eats a budgie in Hills of Eyes. That was quite freaky.
Don't you
But
find it
yeah.
so weird seeing autos for less than like 30 quid?
Yeah. Yeah, and these guys have probably been doing it for years, haven't they, as well?
Yeah.
25 quid. Yeah. Cancellations, Ali Lotta. Don't know who that is.
Just the one.
But it's nice though. At least they announced it's a cancellation.
Yeah.
I do like.
Yeah, rather than just deleting it off the website.
Yeah, Monopoly did do that with the Manchester ones. They just got rid of Homelander, Maggie, Rosita. So there we go, guys. We'll look at this again at another time. But some names I do recognise. Brad Dourif is the voice of Chucky.
Yeah.
And Fiona is the voice of someone else in Chucky. I don't think it's Jennifer something. I can't remember anyway. Let's close the tab. So I'm gonna have to start wrapping up the stream. Corey says he loves the Wolf Creek movies. That was some proper horror. That I mean, yeah, I did enjoy it, but it was quite a tough watch. It was a strong watch. That yeah, it is pretty cool to see that he goes to the cons. So final shout then, guys, for next week's theme. So I'm gonna wrap up in 2.5 minutes. So we'll need to get a definitive answer whether we'll have to go shopping if we don't need to buy an outfit or something. Nothing too expensive, please. At the moment, I'm happy with just a pop tea. But yeah, do let us know what you guys think. Corey's meeting Rose, Leia, Lauren, Elliot, and John. Oh yeah, I'll have a look at the website again after the stream, mate. But yeah, that sounds really good. Are you going to be getting photos or autographs? I'm going to guess you're getting photos. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you actually collect, Corey. Tim Capello always goes to the horror cons. Yeah, Corey's happy with pop teas, so I'll be happy with pop tea as well.
Oh,
I've got some that are extra small, and I've got some that are double XL, so I could wear a big one or a tight one. Ozzy says it's crazy how much autos cost these days. Mark Hamill's just announced for a con in the States with 500.
Starting from 500 too.
5 years ago, he was only 100. It's getting too expensive. Yeah, it's weird because my first Comic Con was actually MCM, and they had Tom Hiddleston there for 265. In my brain, I just said I don't even want to pay it. Like as much as I want to meet him, my brain just said no. But now I'm into it a bit. I don't know. I feel like maybe I would meet Tom Hiddleston now if the offer come around again.
Yeah, that is a lot, isn't it? It's off-putting when you think how much you can do at the con with other guests with that money.
But say if like I've got the Loki pop sign, Tom Hiddleston, and then I drop it. You know what I mean? And the pop gets damaged. The autograph is worth half. The pop's worth half as much. So it is.
You're better off going with someone and meeting them like also with someone else that's paying. You know.
Say it again, mate. The stream cut out.
You're almost better off like going with someone else that's paying for it.
Yeah.
And kind of just stood there with someone. You're not like ruining their interaction because you don't have to say anything, but you're kind of meeting them. Mm-hmm. And then if you really wanted the sign pop as well, because there's no way the sign pop sells for that much either. Yeah,
like you see on there are some Facebook groups where people actually have signed Funko Pops, like the Sean Gunn one. People listed it for 150, it's not selling. 120, it's not selling. And now I've seen someone listing it for 100 quid, and it's not even getting a nibble right now. So
why would it when they know that they could meet him for 30 quid?
Yeah, it's not even. Yeah, you kind of know you're paying over the odds. And like I said, I try to help people out when I can. But you guys in the community, in the chat, I'm always happy to help you out. You guys, you always support the channel. But yeah, so it looks like it's going to be pop teas then for next week. So I'm happy with that. I might treat myself to a new one. We'll see what is out there. I think I've seen before. I will be quick with this one. Zynga Entertainment. I think they've got a really nice pop tea on sale. I'll just have a quick look. Pop tea. Yeah, I'll just share this with the stream, guys, because you guys might be interested as well. Pop tea. Yeah, look. So these are only
paying a visit after this.
So these are 15 quid, $4.95. I do have a 5% off code if you could just type Tel Talks in the discount bit. It'll cover your free shipping really. So these teas aren't too bad for a $5. Yeah, I think that is it. This is the one I was interested in. I might get this one. I like this one.
Is that Han Solo and Leia? Oh, I know. Oh, that's quite cool.
Yeah, I like the colours on that one.
I thought you didn't like black light.
I don't mind black light. I don't mind. It's just never ending, is it? They've got it in medium as well. So, oh no, medium's out of stock. Notify me. So yeah, that one's available in small. But there are some nice teas on there. I think that is it. But yeah, I might treat myself to a new one then. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap up the stream then, guys. Thank you to everyone that has tuned in. Perfect. Makes sense, mate. Nice. That sounds pretty good. Yeah, thank you for everyone that has tuned in tonight, and guys, hopefully see some of you guys next week. Hopefully Milky will be back. Hopefully that milk doesn't go stale, Joe. Eh? We gotta keep that milk fresh.
Oh my god!
Right,
that was awful.
thanks for tonight's stream, guys, and yeah, hopefully we'll see some of you next week where we'll be chatting more Comic-Con, more fun and games, and more Ahsoka, Daryl Dixon, etc. See you guys very, very soon.
See you in a bit. Stay milky.
Oh.